everybody, it's Sean Plum from Edible Ornamentals. Today we're here in the Edible Kitchen, which is our little cafe bistro here at the nursery. And what we're going to do, we've been asked to do a video blog on making our chili con carne. So that's a two-part process. So the first part is to actually smoke a big Texas brisket. Now a Texas brisket, the brisket is actually the front breast cut of the cow. And a lot of times you get them all rolled up in a small block in the supermarket, but what we do, we go to Kevin Morgan Pell, who is our butcher, and we get a full brisket, which is a Texas brisket, and we smoke it for about 10 to 12 hours. Now traditionalists will say you should season your brisket with salt and pepper. We're going to do that today, but we're going to do it slightly differently, a little bit of olive oil. And we're also going to add 1 jar of our Sherwood rub, and this is made here on site. This is invented by Dan, and it's basically a Tex-Mex spice rub. We're going to use about 1 jar of this on this big brisket. Okay everybody, here we go. We're about ready to put the brisket on here. One thing I want to point out, we're going to put it fat side up, and here we go. Now this grill, by the way, this was a gift to me from Andy Foster. Thank you very much, Andy. And Andy will be making custom grills like this. Just get in touch and we can put you in touch with Andy. We're going to use an indirect smoking method, so we've got a big barrel barbecue. We've got heat source on one side. The meat's going to sit on the other side. We're using regular charcoal, and we're using apple wood and mesquite wood today to smoke it. So it's going on here for about 4 hours, 5 hours, and then we'll wrap it with aluminum foil or aluminium foil. Here we go. One thing about putting them in these smokers, we want to aim for about 200 to 250 degrees inside. And also, you don't want to open this very often. You want that low and slow, that long temperature for a long period of time. Anyway, we'll come back later on and we'll show you what it looks like and we'll wrap the meat. Thank you. It's about 5:30 p.m. so the brisket's been on about 6 hours now. We're just going to take and wrap it in aluminum foil. So here we go. And we'll just cook that slowly for another 5 hours. And that's it. That just stops it from overcooking. And we'll finish it off. Take it off in a few more hours. Hey everybody, it's Sean Plum back. This is kind of part 2 of the chili con carne cook-off. Just to bring you up to speed, what I did last night, very late at night, I took the brisket off of the grill, put it in the fridge. And then this morning we took it out of the fridge and I chopped it up, and we've actually put just over 1 kilo of brisket in this pan along with 1 beer, okay? Beer of your choice. Next thing we're going to do now is just add all of the rest of our ingredients. First thing I'm going to do is put 200 grams of this tomato puree in. That goes in the pan. Right, next we're going to do 1 chopped onion. I'm using a red onion. Next I'm using 1 can of chickpeas. I know some people don't like beans in their chili, but I like chickpeas. We're going to use chilies. Now I'm going to use a total of 6 chilies. Today I'm using some hot ones. I'm using some mature padrones. Alright, that means they're going to be hot, and I'm also using some mature serenade chilies. So they're all chopped green and red, and they're all going in. I'm using 2 sticks of celery chopped up. They're going in the pan. I'm using 1 punnet of sliced mushrooms in the pan. Next I've got some, basically it's a big dollop of honey and a bouillon cube, and that's all going to go in. Last, we're going to put some spices in here, and I'm going to use some onion salt. And some oregano. And then we're going to add our secret ingredient, and that is, I've got some chilies over here. Put some other spices in here. I got this little grinder. We're just going to give them a good whiz. Right? Then all this will go in. Right, then we stir it up. We're going to put the lid on it, leave it a couple of hours, and we'll have our smoky chili con carne. Keep it hot.